Hey, GM, everyone. Nice to meet you all. My name is JK from the Coinbase Ventures team. Really excited to be here today to kind of talk about, one of my favorite topics, crypto and AI, right? Like what's actually reality, what's hype, is it myth, et cetera. Coinbase Ventures, we had published a thesis on crypto AI last fall, kind of like showcasing what we think is like the landscape of emerging companies. Everything from infrastructure around compute to data to more of like the middleware, resource coordination, and now this emerging agents layer. So, we're definitely seeing that, crypto AI has like some tangible benefits to it, but I don't want you to take my word for it. We have this amazing roster of panelists that are here. So we're going to kick things right off. And what I'll ask is like for each of the panelists for this first question, if you can just quickly introduce yourself and then we can dive into the question. But first question is really, you think about like crypto and AI and everything that's transpired. I'm sure you get this a lot, but is it hype, right? Is there more there in the space than what we're seeing today? And if so, can you all each give examples of how you might see crypto either improving AI or AI improving crypto? So Lisa, we'll start with you.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa, and I run the company called Economics Design. At Economics Design, we do Web3 transformation, primarily focusing on token economy, token design, and economy design. Hence the name Economics Design. Cannot get more straightforward than that. Okay, so back to your question on AI and blockchain. To put it very simply, I think AI can be improving blockchain in two aspects. The first one is the actual value growth and value creation from a business perspective, from an enterprise growth perspective. And the second is token economics, which is the field that I've been working on for the past 8 years. On the business growth aspect, every business, whether you're Web 2, Web 3, you need to create value. You need to create value, you need to grow enterprise value. And AI can be helping that in a lot of different ways. Whether it's crunching numbers, it's optimizing the back end, it's using AI agents to interact with users to increase new revenue streams. That's where AI can be very useful. Right now, we're looking at a lot of AI as trading bots or AI as memes. And I think that is potentially a good start. But the main value over there is just entertainment. And I like entertainment as much as the next person, but I don't think that's the be-all and all of where AI can go. So I'm really excited to see where AI can go in the future. The other thing is AI and token economics, and I think we'll dive into that a little bit later.
For sure. Django?
Hey, I'm Django Unchained. Some of you, maybe not many of you, have known me in a past life. I built the Cosmos ecosystem, run a validator. I host a podcast called Interchain FM. It's a technical one. And now I'm doing something much less serious. That less serious thing is an AI meme coin. Yeah, it's called JOI, and it cures loneliness. We're operating in the thesis that a huge use case of AI is going to be that of the AI companion. Loneliness is more pervasive than ever. It's really hard for men and women alike to find each other and formulate relationships where one side needs to sacrifice and the other gets something that they want. And so AI comes into the picture naturally. I don't want that to happen. Of course, we want humans to come together and procreate, but that seems to be where the world is trending. And so, yeah, AI companions are going to be a thing. And the way that AI companions are going to blend with, well, crypto and advertisement, surprisingly, is that, like, guess what is going to have the highest conversion rate? When you talk to your most intimate partner and your partner that you trust tells you about something that hits on maybe an insecurity, or like, hey, you've got like a pimple on your face or whatever, maybe you should get some like Accutane or whatever. Well, if your intimate partner is an AI and it's feeding you products and you're not even aware of the product, how high do you think the conversion rate of a sale is going to be? So that's where I'm seeing the future.
Awesome. Kendall?
Hey everyone, my name is Kendall. I work in the Near ecosystem. Thanks, Matt. Our focus is basically on agents that actually do things, agents that execute transactions both in the real world and kind of on-chain. And basically the way that we enable that is through end-to-end verification and focusing on enabling agents to have no single points of failure. So when it comes to kind of like why I think crypto can add value to agents, well, two things. One, a very common motto in this space is don't trust, verify. I think we can bring that same methodology to agents. If you see most agents today, they're mostly information seeking because basically the downsides are very low, but when it comes to actually buying things, engaging in commerce, basically the cost of a mistake is extremely high. And so end-to-end verification is really important for people to gain confidence in actually letting agents do things on their behalf, and even on the agent's behalf. And then I think the other thing is payments, right? It's like there are going to be a lot of agents paying each other. The agents may want ultimately to receive payment in different currencies, but we're going to need to use some common currency in the middle. Well, that's basically one of the things that we've created here as an ecosystem is that great payments layer. We've also kind of enabled, micropayments, right? Like the ability to actually pay just small fractions of a cent or kind of like do that negotiation in a really clean way. And so I think that we can actually already bring value to just the general AI agent universe by enabling those two things.
Bill, round us out, Bill.
Sure. So yeah, Jim, everyone, I'm Bill from Pound. And what we're doing. So what we want to do is to basically bring AI into crypto and bring more AI developers into crypto. And what we are doing right now is we're building a platform to decentralize the AI model development process. And I can talk more about more details about that later. But I think just to answer your question quickly, right? Is AI a hype or not? I think when you hear everybody talking about it, then that's probably hype. But when you see people stop talking about it, but you use that every day, that's probably not hype anymore. It's real value, right? As you said. So what we have been doing is like I can give you like real world examples based on what we're doing. I think you all gave some great examples. But from my personal experience, right, what blockchain can help AI with is that blockchain or crypto is great at resource allocation, right? Through tokens or through token economics or this kind of things. So in AI, there's a long kind of chain of development or contribution or however you want to call it, from data to model, to infrastructure to everything. So blockchain is great at make sure everybody in the process is getting paid and treated fairly. Right, so there's decentralization. There's many other nice properties of blockchain to make sure this is happening, and that's what we're doing as well. We want we build this platform so that everybody anyone who contribute models to our platform or contribute data or ideas to our platform can be paid fairly based on their data usage, their model usage using blockchain technology. And on the opposite side, or on the flip side, how AI can help blockchain. Another kind of my personal example is that we have developers building models for price prediction, for volatility prediction. Then all those AI models or machine learning models can create real value when used in the right way, right? So think about a general trader like me. I just don't have time to staring at the market at every minute. Then maybe you can, but with those tools you can better analyze the current market, analyze the token performance, and make more informed decisions. So that's with these AI tools basically help. We can hopefully improve our productivity, whether it's in trading or in security or in many other aspects.
Thanks, Bill, and thank you all for some really great examples. There's a couple of areas where I want to double click, and the first one being around incentives, right? So Lisa, I want to go back to you. You think about like the development of like the decentralized AI stack. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about what are some of the emerging crypto and economic incentive mechanisms that you're seeing to kind of create this very robust ecosystem?
Very interesting question. And I'm going to split this into two parts. One is pure incentives, and one how AI is coming in to redesign economics. Yes. When it comes to pure incentives, right now, we have not seen anything too novel yet. Like with BitTensor, for example, you're staking your tau, you get alpha tau or like your D tau. It's a lot of stills, your staking mechanisms, your buyback and burn. Crypto primitive incentives are still, when it comes to tokens, are still quite defined as it is. However, that's not to say that their AI cannot change how crypto economics and crypto incentives are going to evolve. I've spoken about this last year, actually, at the panel at ETHDenver, talking also about how AI has been changing game economics, because real world or the physical world is just a very big game. And in the game space, we've been looking at using AI to help update gameplay, update game challenges, to make people stay in the game longer, or to make games a lot more complex to increase entertainment value of the game. So what economics is doing, or what AI is doing to token economics or tokens, is not about using AI to change the incentive model, to fix the incentive model, but using AI to update the incentive model based on the changing macro environment of the product or protocol. A very common example would be, right now you design a game or you design a protocol, and it's designed in a way where we assume how users are interacting with right now. As the macro market changes, as new evolution comes out, as substitutes come up with new, better ideas, how can we update the economic incentives? How do we update the APY? How do we update the checks and balances? How do we update the sinks? How do we update the forces of tokens coming into the economy? And that's where AI can be very, very relevant. Not so much in launching tokens, but in moderating and maintaining and understanding token risks as the project evolves. And I think that's going to be a very, very important aspect, because right now, as we can probably see, it's a lot of pump, dump, and then after 6 months, we say goodbye, and then we jump on to the next thing. I don't believe that's how we're creating value with blockchain moving forward, and AI can help to change this quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. I think the way I've always described it, what we've seen is like the agents we're seeing today are more mimetic than agentic, in my opinion. And I guess like on that note, Kendall, I want to go to you, right? So you were kind of talking about like this emergence of AI agents, more utility. I want to talk about like, as we think about like agents that have utility functions, how do we get there? What is like some of the infrastructure gaps that you believe are missing in order to unlock like AI agents transacting fully on chain?
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is we need to give people confidence that these agents aren't going to rug them, right? Especially if you're doing anything, any sort of purchasing decision. And I think that's actually where we're going to see agents start to engaging in real commerce. So, I mean, I think the one aspect is that these agents, you need to be able to trust this agent is going to behave in a certain way. So there's a lot of ways to do that. I think, we've seen a lot of teams starting to like kind of delegate keys to, like their own key to an agent using a smart contract wallet, and putting a lot of rules in the smart contract account that this agent has to follow, like whitelisting the things it can interact with. And that's a good start. I think we're gonna have to get even more sophisticated with key management. I think that like ideally, multiple different instances of an agent that itself is verified are gonna be able to manage the same set of keys. I think that's gonna unlock, basically using these agents as kind of like protocols themselves, and like they can start acting as like a loan officer. It could just be an agent. Or in the example of kind of like designing a game economy, if you can like delegate that entire kind of design to an agent, I think that's really fascinating, and like that's even beyond the kind of simplistic cases now of like agents helping people just like use DeFi easier, which is exciting, but like just kind of the beginning. So yeah, to draw the TLDR on, I think it's like verification, and verification is how we're going to give people confidence that these agents are actually going to both do things for them, and then also that they're only going to pay this agent if they can get some kind of proof that the agent actually accomplished the task they had it set out to do. If it's like ordering DoorDash, you need to know it actually placed your order, and that order is going to come to you before you pay it. Otherwise, like that should roll back. And I think that's going to be really, really key.
I actually want to build on that. It was something that you said around like user trust, right, into the system. Like I need to trust like these agents with like value. Chingo, I want to go to you because you kind of were talking about some of the things you're building around personal AI agents. There's this emerging narrative around AI plus DeFi, right? So you can almost imagine each user has an agent that they control. That agent has a wallet. That agent is perhaps executing transaction on its behalf. How do you think about that? Like, what is it going to take for users to trust those agents to transact on their behalf on chain?
So the first person that's going to make 10x or however many x with their AI agent is going to tell the whole world, and then everyone will follow suit. I don't think there's much of a barrier in terms of trust, because there's a stronger motivation, which is greed. And when we look at AI, our AI agents, it's really kind of like a marriage. It's someone who's at least as close to you as an executive assistant, and we're talking about humans training AI now to do financial transactions on chain on their behalf. But I would assert that in a year from now, because they're rapidly getting smarter and smarter, it's going to be the other way around, where the AI is going to be prompting us, and we end up being the vehicle for the AI to operate in the physical world. So it's going to be this kind of like blend of you're a proxy for the AI and the AI is a proxy for you, and at some point the power dynamic switches to whoever is going to be the smarter agent. Based on what I've seen with ChatGPT, it's smarter than 99% of humans now, right now. So that's where we're headed.
Awesome, thank you for that. You actually kind of touched on it as we kind of coming to a close here. We'd love to just do a rapid fire with the panelists. And Bill, we'll start with you. Just like, what's your top prediction for the crypto AI space in the next, kind of 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, definitely. If I want to take a bet, definitely agents, right? But I think that's going to be the future. And also, I think over time, in the next few years, we'll see more agents with real utilities. I think a real value. We keep saying that, and everybody's saying that. I think that's the key point, right? I think agents, which for entertainment is good. Everyone needs a little break from work, etc. But I think over time we need more agents that can solve real use cases.
Got it. Kendall, in 20 seconds or less.
Yeah. We're going to see a billionaire agent or like network of agents in the next 12 to 18 months for sure. And ideally it's decentralized, because like that's how you actually build real agents.
Django?
We're going to see agents kind of behaving like mergers and acquisitions. The smarter the agent with the more GPU, it's going to consolidate and consolidate and consolidate the smaller agents and smaller agents. I think to us, it's going to look as if they are individual agents and disparate. However, as time goes on, as more and more agents become networked, I think there's going to be a few primary dominant networked agents that ends up being some semblance of like an AGI.
So agree on all the agent stuff. I think I'm very biased because we work with a lot of Web 2 companies coming to Web 3, and agents is almost like a bridge or a medium to combine Web 2 and Web 3 together. So I think agent is a channel for us to start growing our TAM as crypto, and I'm very, very bullish on blockchain in the sector.
Awesome, and I think the last one I'll say is that AI agents going to become the primary drivers of economic activity, both on and off chain. I see that transpiring over the next 12 to 18 months. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll be sticking around, so if you need to connect with anyone, just feel free. Thank you.